Welcome, guys and girls, to the Meet Damien live stream here. We're going to be talking about some cryptocurrencies. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin because Bitcoin's been making some news. They've been making some headlines recently. Uh, with the most concerning headline here being about the U.S. government is going to be selling some Bitcoin soon here. Let me go ahead and show you this article here. This is coming off of bitcoinmagazine.com. Uh, they're saying here that the U.S. government is preparing to sell 30,000 Silk Road Bitcoin uh, based off of on-chain data. They're saying that the U.S. government prepares to sell Bitcoin related to Silk Road for the first time since March of 2023. So they did this about a year ago, guys, and then it looks like they're going to do it again. Um, and this article goes on to further say that today the U.S. government sent a transaction that appears to indicate that it may be on the verge of liquidating the remaining Bitcoin it confiscated from the online marketplace Silk Road. Okay, Silk Road was, um, and if I just quickly go over to this article here, it kind of gives you guys an idea as to what Silk Road is. Okay, Silk Road was an organization of bad guys who were doing illegal stuff on the internet, and they were able to do their transactions using Bitcoin. They created like basically like a black market for anything illegal you could think of. Uh, Unfortunately, child, that kind of stuff. Um, okay, this website was created back in 2011. Okay, by this guy named Ross William Ulbricht, and he's in jail now, life sentence for starting the Silk Road, but it's basically like a black market. The FBI, they shut it down in like 2013, and I believe they confiscated like over 190,000 bitcoins, if I remember reading, somewhere in here. That's what the amount of Bitcoin that they were able to time. But now the U.S. government, the Justice Department, and the FBI, they have all this Bitcoin just sitting here, waiting for them to do something with it. Um, some lawmakers have said that they want to actually hold on to the Bitcoin and use it as a strategic asset for the U.S. government. But yeah, let me just continue reading on this article so I make sure I give out this information to you guys. So, they're saying that according to the on-chain data, they did like a little test transaction, like a 0.0001 Bitcoin test transaction as part of a larger stash of approximately 30,174 Bitcoin, which is currently worth about $2 billion right now. And that is, all linked to the Silk Road black market. And it was moved by the U.S. government. Okay. And they're showing like a little screenshot of the transaction that they can find on the on-chain data. And you can see there it is right there. 30,000 Bitcoin was sent from one address to another address. And the address that it was sent to was actually Coinbase. Okay. So it looks like the U.S. government is trying to send some of the Bitcoin that they have to Coinbase, and it looks like they're going to try to sell some of that Bitcoin. So, just going into this article here, this is Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, received a transaction from these Silk Road related funds. Arkham Intelligence identified the origins of where the Bitcoin was coming from, and the coin's destination was Coinbase. Okay. It appears that the purpose of this transaction is to sell the coins, as it has previously done in the past. Last March, they said that the U.S. government sold off about 10,000 Bitcoins related to Silk Road, and that was just over 9,800 Bitcoins. That was worth like $200 million last year. but it looks like, as in this case, this event was preceded by 3 on-chain transactions, which were sent a few weeks prior to the sales disclosure in a court filing. The U.S. Marshal Service is one of the largest Bitcoin sellers to date. How about that, huh? The U.S. government is actually one of the biggest Bitcoin sellers out there. They've been selling Bitcoin. The U.S. government actually has probably the most Bitcoin aside from the Bitcoin ETS, which we'll be talking about later on. Uh, the U.S. government actually has a crap ton of Bitcoin, and like I said, here it is. There's that number I was talking about. According to data from research Jameson Lott, the U.S. Marshals have helped the U.S. government sell about 195,000 Bitcoins so far. Yeah, the U.S. government had a lot of Bitcoin because of this Silk Road black market that they took down back in 2013. Despite attempts by the U.S. lawmakers to have the agency hold these funds, okay, so this is like some congressmen and congresswomen have been trying to get the U.S. government to hold on to Bitcoin because they see the potential with Bitcoin being a very powerful and very strategic asset to hold on to besides U.S. dollars and gold. They see that the value of Bitcoin is going up in price. It could be worth holding on to in the future for like future expenses and debts and stuff like that. But it looks like the U.S. Marshal they've heard the lawmakers say that they want them to stop selling the Bitcoin, but the U.S. Marshal Service, they're obligated to actually sell. They're mandated to sell the Bitcoin. They're mandated to sell off the assets that they confiscate in criminal investigations. So they're going to continue selling, and it looks like they're decided to sell some of this Bitcoin. They're going to be selling it probably this week or next week. They've already made the moves already. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about about the U.S. government and how they're trying to sell off they're saying they're trying to sell about $2 billion worth of Bitcoin right now. So, just this article here from CoinDesk, once again, just reconfirming it that the wallet that belongs to the U.S. government, they moved about 30,000 Bitcoins on Tuesday, about a couple of days ago. And today being Thursday, April 4th, they did this on April 2nd. Some 2,000 of the Bitcoin were moved to a wallet identified as being to Coinbase, with the rest of it going to another government tagged wallet. Okay, so they're moving Bitcoin around, U.S. government, and that's actually an opportunity, if you ask me, for anybody who hasn't gotten involved in Bitcoin yet to actually start buying some Bitcoin, because if the government's selling it, that should cause prices to go down. That's caused the crypto markets to go down in general. All right. I'll go ahead and show you what the markets have done so far. If we go into coinmarketcap.com, let's see, coinmarketcap.com is showing that Bitcoin is currently trading at $67,000 right now. It's down about 4% in the last 7 days. Okay. Some of these other cryptocurrencies, they're also down, such as Ethereum. Ethereum is also down 6.7% in the last 7 days. Binance is actually up a little bit, 0.8%. Solana is down 2.4% in the last 7 days. Solana looks like it's holding up pretty well for being one of the bigger market cap cryptocurrencies, but other cryptocurrencies such as XRP down 5.7%. XRP is not having a good week. Dogecoin is actually down 19% in the last 7 days. Cardano down 11% in the last 7 days. Avalanche down 15%. Toncoin actually up 2.78%. And Shiba Inu is also down 14.49% in the last 7 days. So this is causing the cryptocurrency prices to go down in value with all the Bitcoin being sold. Bitcoin leads the way. So if there's a lot of Bitcoin being sold, a lot of other short sellers and investors are going to take, they're going to take their cue and they're going to try to get rid of their cryptocurrencies at their perceived higher prices. That way, they can, get rid of their crypto before the U.S. government comes in and starts selling their Bitcoin. And we really don't know how low the Bitcoin price could go, with all this selling of Bitcoin. It's nice to see that Bitcoin has come up today. I mean, in the last 24 hours, it's actually up 2.5%. It got as low, I believe, about $65,000 on Wednesday. If I just click onto Bitcoin right here on the coin market cap, you see around Wednesday, we got as low as $65,000 on Bitcoin. And we've been climbing back up going into Thursday. Got us almost as high as $69,000. Yeah, $69,121 here on Bitcoin. Who else could be selling Bitcoin? Because the U.S. government's not the only one selling Bitcoin. I think we should check out this other website. Not on the website, but we'll check out here on Twitter. Satoshi Club has been following what the Bitcoin ETFs have been doing over the last few days. And Satoshi Club is showing here that total net inflows, we still had net inflows, hit about $39 million on March 2nd. BlackRock's IBIT ETF is leading with about $150 million in gains. Grayscale, GPTC, and ARK Invest, ARKB, have been getting outflows about $81.86 million and $87.49 million, respectively. With GPTC having total net outflows are now reaching about $15 billion. So GPTC has been like the problem child selling Bitcoin ever since they came into existence in January of 2024. And you'll see that in this chart right here. If I open up this chart, you guys can see here. That Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF flows from all the various ETFs that are out there. Okay, you can see that IBIT has been constantly buying Bitcoin. They don't have a red day. They just constantly keep on buying Bitcoin. As you see, March 15th, 18th, 19th, going into April 1st and April 2nd. But over here on the right, you can see GPTC being the problem child here. They've been selling Bitcoin just about every single day to the tune of $139 million on March 15th and $642 million on March 18th, $400 million March 19th. But they've been calming down a little bit. You can see on April 2nd, they only sold about $81 million of Bitcoin, which is relatively good news. That means they're starting to run out of Bitcoin to sell, and they're not being as aggressive as they were in the past. However, we can see that this other company, ARKB, has been selling their Bitcoin recently. Before they were just buying Bitcoin, but now it looks like on April, for some reason, they decided to sell about $87 million on April 2nd. Okay. So that's a little bit troublesome. Maybe there might be one of their big investors decided to cash out and take advantage of their profit. I see that as like an anomaly. I believe ARKB is going to be possibly buying more Bitcoin again, especially if the U.S. government's selling their Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure that these ETFs here are going to be buying up that Bitcoin if they can get it at a good price. So I see that Alicia is in the chat here, and she has a question, and I think I could start taking some questions. Alicia said that what's a good platform to use for Bitcoin purchases? Alicia, I know that here in the United States, one of my favorites that I like to use is Coinbase Exchange. They've been around for almost like 9 or 10 years now, and I started buying Bitcoin and selling Bitcoin on Coinbase back in 2017. I never had any problems with Coinbase. They do every now and then have outages because so many people are using them. But there are other cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States. There's Kraken is another good one. I've also heard some people using Robinhood as a way to buy some crypto. So those are some crypto exchanges worth looking into. I can personally vouch for Coinbase. I haven't used Kraken myself, but I've thought about using them because they've also been around, and I haven't heard any bad things about them. And Robinhood also is pretty popular exchange. They're good for like investing in the stock market as well. Um, a lot of people use them. They seem pretty reputable, and they've also been adding some coins. I believe Coinbase has like the most cryptocurrencies out there. I know you said Bitcoin purchases, but if you're looking to do other like altcoins, Coinbase, I believe, has the most cryptocurrencies. They keep adding more cryptocurrencies onto their platform, so that is worth noting about Coinbase. Uh, I actually, before I answered Alicia's question here, I was gonna go into the other news of the day here. We have Ripple. Okay, Ripple actually made the news today with their stable coin. Okay, Ripple XRP is planning on launching a stable coin. Okay, and this article is coming out of CNBC. I want to touch upon Ripple because this is newsworthy stuff right here. Uh, Ripple is launching a stable coin that's going to take on the $150 billion marketplace that is dominated by Tether and Circle. So I believe Tether has about $100 billion of that share. So they have about roughly like 70% of the market for stable coins. And for those who don't know about what a stable coin is, it's basically a stable coin is a coin that just doesn't go up or down. It stays at the same value. They try to peg it to like the US dollar. So a stable coin, one stable coin should equal about $1 US. And they do that by investing in U.S. Treasuries and securities. So when you buy the stable coin, you technically have a right to U.S. Treasuries, which are very stable, and they should equal $1. But that's where they're getting most of their value from is from U.S. Treasuries. But I'll go ahead and further read down this article here from CNBC. Okay. They're saying that the blockchain firm Ripple said it's launching a stablecoin, marking an entry into the $150 billion stablecoin market. The move will pit Ripple against some of the giants that are in the stablecoin marketplace, such as Tether, which is behind the largest stablecoin USDT, or that's Tether, and then Circle, which is the issuer of USDC. So USDT and USDC are the biggest stable coins that are out there. If you guys want to put your money into stable coins, stable coins are pretty useful because a lot of these cryptocurrencies, you can move in out of a stable coin and go into like one of your favorite cryptocurrencies like Ethereum or Avalanche or Solana. They got these cryptocurrency pairs. They're tied up to these stable coins, and I guess Ripple wants to make a move into this space. So it is crowded. Better now than never, but I think they have a lot of competition. They're gonna have to go up against Tether and in Circle, USDC. These stable coins are already there, so Ripple's gonna have to figure out a way to get people to start using them. Using their stable coin. But this is a step in the right direction. It's worth talking about. They're also saying that Ripple is the first launching a stablecoin in the U.S., but didn't rule out offering additional stablecoins in non-U.S. markets like Europe and Asia. So they're trying to do this in the United States, which is good. Good for them. They're saying that the stablecoin will be backed by a one-to-one equivalent of U.S. dollar deposits, U.S. government bonds, and equivalents that the company holds in reserve, according to what Ripple's saying. The crypto firm said its reserves will be accounted for in publicly available monthly reports. That it did not say which one of these firms will be ordering it, though. But Ripple is launching a stable coin in the U.S. But like I said, they're not ruling out expanding into Europe and Asia. This I've already said this, but Tether and USDC are going to be the big ones that they're going to have to be going up against. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said he's not deterred by the competition, which would be USDT and USDC. He's not deterred. This market will look different, certainly based on size. So apparently, Ripple sees even though they have some big competition to go up against, they see that the marketplace is going to be, getting bigger as the years go by. So they feel like there's enough pie for them to go around as long as they get a slice of the pie themselves. So that is worth noting about Ripple. I'm not really a big fan myself of Ripple, but this is good news for Ripple investors. Let's see what that did for Ripple today with this news coming out. If I go back to coinmarketcap.com, looks like Ripple is up about 2.6% today, probably because of that news. If I go into the chart here for Ripple has been having a bad 7 days, but today it went up. Okay. But Ripple needs to get some more good news coming their way for them to start moving higher in price here. It's been slow. It's been painful for a lot of Ripple investors. They got as high as like back in 2023, they got up to like 77 cents, 80 cents. Okay. And that was because they were getting news that they were going to win a lawsuit against the SEC. Ripple keeps getting sued by the SEC and stuff like that. They're winning their lawsuits, but it's dragging down their coin because the Ripple founders, like their CEO Brad Garlinghouse, he's getting sued too, and in order for him to pay his legal bills, he's got to sell his Ripple to pay his legal bills, and that's suppressing the price of Ripple. I'm showing you guys here what Ripple's done over the past few years. Ripple did get as high as looks like about $3.40 here. But it wasn't able to get up to $3 back in 2021 when the markets were ripping high too. Ripple only got up to about like $1.83. Okay. So Ripple hanging out near 59.60 cents. There's a lot of investors that bought near $1 or even close to $2. Okay. Some even bought near $3. Those investors are going to want to get out of Ripple as soon as they see it get to $1, $2. Some of them are going to try to break even and be done with Ripple. So I see a lot of selling pressure once Ripple does get up to $1. I don't think XRP and Ripple investors are going to see $1 for any time longer than a few weeks or whatever, because anybody that owns XRP, these long-time investors, they're going to want to get rid of their Ripple, and they have a lot of Ripple to sell. So that's not good for Ripple investors. Hopefully they get more good news, like the stablecoin news that they got today. That should help move the needle a little bit for Ripple, get more excitement into Ripple. But Ripple needs to do more than just than what they're doing right now. Okay. I don't want to keep on bashing Ripple, but Ripple investors, they got a long way to go. So I hope they can keep the faith. That's all I'm going to say about that. Does anybody have any questions about any particular cryptocurrency that they would like me to talk about? We talked about Bitcoin so far, and we talked about Ripple. Those two making the headlines today. Once again, Ripple coming out with a stable coin. That was pretty newsworthy. But Bitcoin also came out with its own news about the U.S. government trying to sell their Bitcoin. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try to move on here. See what other cryptocurrencies we can talk about here. Uh, let's see what some of the biggest losers were for today. Uh, if I go back here on CoinMarketCap.com, we can see the biggest loser for today was Wormhole. They're the number 58 cryptocurrency. They have a market cap of $1.9 billion. Core was also the second biggest loser for today, losing about 18.9% of their market value. Now, Core actually had a pretty good week. You can look at this last 7 days, they're actually up 125%. So they're probably getting a normal, healthy, corrective pullback on their price. But some other cryptocurrencies that took it on the chin today was Athena and then Jupiter, the Jupiter exchange. Um, but you can see like these cryptocurrencies that have been taken out on the chin today, they've actually done pretty well over the last 7 days. So they're just getting their correction in. So buyers, investors can get in at hopefully at a lower price than sky high. Core has been amazing. Actually, let me take a look at Core right here. Core over the last month is up 280%. So even though they're down 90% today, you know, they've gone up like 285%. They were trading at about 55 cents. And they got up as high as about looks like almost like $4 2 days ago. Okay. So, this is a nice corrective pullback here. This could be a decent area if you were trying to get involved with Core. How would you get involved with Core? Well, if I click on markets here, looks like Core is being traded on these cryptocurrency exchanges right here: OKX, HTX, BitGet, Gate.io. Yeah, and none of these you would have to have like we were talking about earlier, you would have to have Tether, USDT in order to buy these this Core cryptocurrency. Okay. And what is Core? Let me just click the about section here real quick here. It says right here that Core is a layer 1 blockchain that is compatible with Ethereum virtual machine, EVM. Therefore, it can run Ethereum smart contracts and decentralized apps, dApps. The Core network is powered by Satoshi Plus consensus mechanism, which secures the network through a combination of delegated Bitcoin mining hash and is delegated proof of stake. The protocol is backed by its native token, Core. Okay. And this cryptocurrency, it launched in January of 2023, so it's only been around for about a year. Okay. Let's just take a look at the chart one more time and see what it's done over the last year. Looks like about a year ago it was at $1.50, and now it's trading currently about $2.45. So it's going up. It's going up about 63% for the year. It did get as low as about 40 cents in October of last year, 2023. And now it looks like it's starting to get some momentum here, shooting up exponentially. So it must be some good things. I really don't know too much about Core. This cryptocurrency just probably shot into the top 100 lists over the last month now. This cryptocurrency is new to me. I can't even buy Core because it's not on Coinbase. That's where I would be buying it. If I could buy it, I would have to sign up for one of these other cryptocurrency exchanges and use USDT to try to get some Core myself. But yeah, Core is it looks like it's making some moves and it's getting a nice corrective pullback. If you're trying to get involved in it, if you're able to get involved with it, could be worth looking into. All right. I see we have some people in the chat. If you go ahead and say hi, I see Alicia said hi. But if this other person could say hi, I'll have an idea as to who is actually in the chat here. if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them away. If not, I mean, we can keep this short and sweet. And we can just, you guys can just tune in to the next live stream. I do have an update. I am most likely am not going to be doing a live stream next Monday. I'm actually going to try to take advantage of checking out the solar eclipse on Monday. I might do a live stream. I'm going to be trying to go up to Maine to see it, because I want to actually see the totality and see the actual eclipse with my own two eyes. I do have my eclipse glasses here, so don't worry, I won't be going blind because of an eclipse. But I do recommend you guys get some eclipse glasses here, so to protect your eyes if you guys decide to go do that. I appreciate you guys coming out to this live stream. I am trying to do live streams every Monday and Thursday. Like I said, Monday's live stream will probably be, if I do it, it's going to be about the eclipse, and it's going to be on my phone. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Mondays and Thursdays I do live streams around this time. Mondays usually at 7 p.m. But yeah, be on the lookout if I do the solar eclipse live stream. I mean, this is the Meet Damien channel. I do focus on cryptocurrencies for the most part because they're fun to talk about. But I do do other videos as well. And looks like Monday's going to be a live stream about the if I do a live stream, it's going to be about the eclipse, the solar eclipse. But next Thursday I'll do a live stream on cryptocurrencies as well. Probably around 6 p.m. Is what I usually do on Thursdays. And if you guys like this content and you want to be reminded about when I do go live, go ahead and click that subscribe button, so you can get notified when I do go live, and you'll be able to join us here and ask me questions about cryptocurrencies. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button too. That helps me out, helps my channel get noticed here, so other people can take a look at these great videos that I got going on here. And we can all just share our knowledge about cryptocurrencies. I try to share as much as I can, and I appreciate you guys coming out here, asking me questions about cryptocurrencies. And yeah, well, I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys on the next live stream. Go ahead and I hope you guys have a good week of buying up some cheap cryptocurrencies. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next live stream. Once again, this has been another video here on the Meet Damien channel, and I'm Damien, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care.